Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic start to your day. Welcome back. Savage 180, bringing to you another beautiful Saturday afternoon session. If it's your first time, welcome. Every Saturday, I like to try to just feed some fuel to my friends, just as encouragement. If you've been with us before here, welcome back, and I hope that you guys enjoyed today. I do have to share something with you guys before we get started, though, and I want you all to know that I'm leaving town, and I'm getting out of the city. I've got to get away from these people. I can't live here any longer. I got to quit my job. I'm moving. So I have to leave. Well, I've arrived at my new destination, but now I've got to leave again. I can't stay here either. So again, I have to leave. I've arrived at my new destination, soon to discover I have to leave here again as well. This is how my mind worked for over 20 years. See, I thought that if I left where I was, that it would change who I was. Boy, was I wrong. So your adversaries and your challenges and your issues, they follow you in your shadow. They follow you wherever you go. I've moved locations more times than I can remember. I've changed more jobs more than I can remember, but yet I still remained on drugs. You know, no matter where I went, my addictions always seemed to find me. Drugs are very, very tricky. You see, I thought that in order for me to get off of drugs, that I had to vacate from where I was. I thought that moving to a different house or different cities that, I would leave my issues behind. But my issues still resided in my shadow. They always followed me wherever I went. I blamed people. I blamed employers. I blamed creditors. I blamed family. I even blamed Jesus. And today I'm using the illustration of a shadow because our shadow will always be there. We can't run from our shadow. We can't avoid casting a shadow. Our shadow is permanent. And I learned something a long time ago that my problems in this life, they were not environmental. They were internal. You see, I couldn't get away from the shadow, but what I learned to do is I learned to exchange who resides in my shadow. So let me illustrate to you what this might look like. If I were to stand up on a sunny day, I would cast a significant shadow. You see, the only way that I can minimize the shadow is to kneel down. I couldn't keep standing. I had to humble myself before the Lord, and I had to be brought so low in this life to minimize the shadow. So when I knelt before the Lord and I was brought so very low by his love for me, there was an exchange that took place. As I knelt on bended knees, I'll never forget crying out to Jesus. He showed me how to be delivered from my past shadow. And it wasn't to leave locations or to move to a different city or to find another job. I exchanged who resides in my shadow. And from that point on, it didn't matter what city or house I lived in. I walked with a different resident in my shadow. I didn't find myself searching for drugs. I didn't attract drug addicts because I casted a different shadow. And when I started following Jesus, my thought process changed. My mindset shifted dramatically, black and white. I looked at life through a different set of lenses. When I looked in the mirror, I saw Jesus looking back at me instead of a monster. So in closing, I just want to say that our issues are internal. They are not external. And in order for you to shift your lifestyle, you have to decide who resides in your shadow. I chose Jesus, and now he follows me wherever I go. Blessings to you all, and may the peace of Jesus be upon you. Go have a stellar weekend. Take care, my friends.